David DP Pineda here. Wanted to just pop in and do a quick jump over and answer some questions regarding VA claims. I know we get a lot of questions that do come in, so let's go ahead and jump over to the CFR. So here, let's go ahead and make that a little bit bigger and easier to see. There we go. You'll see we have a variety of different things available. We are right now in Title 38, Part 4, Chapter 1, Part 4, and we're looking at here the subpart specifically as it relates to the schedule for disability ratings. Now, there's a lot of information here which I think it's useful. These things will be broken down in a variety of different ways, but if you scroll down, you'll see the variety of different body parts that the VA will rate. So organs, senses, musculoskeletal systems, how they rate that, joint rate of movement and so forth, infectious diseases, cardiovascular, respiratory diseases, and so forth. Really a variety of different things. And it's good to know this because this helps to be able to say, okay, now I understand how the VA will rate me. So for example, if we go to neurological conditions, we can go down here to the actual rate schedule of rating. And by doing that, this now gives me the ability to look at, okay, how does the VA rate specifically these different conditions? So when you're looking at something, what you want to do is be able to say, okay, how is this rated? So I always like to go to the migraines because I think it's pretty simple to explain. But when you look at migraines, right, I'll do my little flying carpet moment here. Let's say, for example, that this is what you have. Now, it's pretty simple to see here that it's a 50, a 30, a 10, or a 0. I'm not saying it, I am showing it. Specifically here, when you look at it, with less frequent attacks, with characteristics prostrating attacks averaging 1 or 2 a month over the last several months, or you see here it says, having at least 1 a month over several months, or if you have, let's say, more than that. What this means basically is, depending on how many migraines you get a month, they're looking at two different things. You're looking at frequency of the migraine and intensity of the migraine. Hence the fact that you see a time caps there, where they look at how frequent is the attacks that you're having. So if they're less frequent, then it's a 0. But if you're having prostrating attacks that average 1 in a 2-month, over the last 2 months, that's going to give you a 10% rating there. So again, those are the two things you need to kind of focus on. It's really, again, the intensity, prostrating attack, and the time frame that you're getting it, right? So intensity and time frame. How often are you getting these, right? So that's what is being looked at here. Everything else that has nothing to do with whatever else you're talking about, irrelevant. Medication you're taking out, that's medication. That's healthcare. We're talking specifically here about the disability aspect of migraines. Yes, you take medication, but at this point, they're frequent and prostrating in nature and prolonging attacks, and it happens to the point where now it's way over once a month, right? So you're showing economic loss, you're showing problems that's arising for your lifestyle. Knowing that, this gives you now the ability to look at and say, okay, now that I know what I need to talk to the VA about, it's based off the criteria, where are you? Because it's not just I took this medication, this is what I'm dealing with. That's noted, but really the bigger issue here is, are you able to articulate the intensity and frequency? Those are the two things I'm looking at. The intensity is prostrating. I have to shut everything down. I have to lay down, lights off, missing appointments, missing family time, missing work, exhausting my leave, etc., sick call, what have you. And then the frequency, how often is this happening? Those are the two things that they're looking at. Not what medication you're taking, that's healthcare, or how many different, that's all the things that are relevant. Two things primarily for migraines, they have to be noted. It's intensity and frequency. Again, you have to be able to show where you're at here, because that correlates over with either the 50, the 30, a 10, or a 0. So I hope this was helpful. If we want a deeper dive, feel free to comment below, but I thought it was good to have a conversation about migraines and go right to the source at the CFR.